year is 1999. The Knicks are in the finals as an 8 seed, and life feels completely different, so let me paint you a picture. I'm arguing with my friends over Allen Iverson versus Vince Carter and trying to explain to anyone who will listen that the Knicks aren't really an 8 seed because the regular season was shortened by a lockout, and it didn't paint the full picture of the NBA. I'm in 8th grade. My new hero is the guy who used the phone a friend on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire just to call his dad and tell him he didn't need his help, and he's going to win the money. I'm driving home from school with my older brother in a 1992 Sentra. Mike and the Mad Dog are on the radio reminiscing about the 94 finals with O.J. Simpson, while the Yankees resumed their dynasty and are looking to go back-to-back. Thank God for the Knicks in 99 to distract us from the fact that the Yankees were going for 3 and 4 years. Turn off WFAN to listen to some music. We just upgraded the Sentra to have one of those detachable radio faces, so we no longer need the cassette to CD audio tape deck adapter. We're deciding between the Slim Shady LP, where we'll rap about murdering our wife and daughter, or DMX rapping about how he's got blood on his dick because he fucked a corpse. When we get home, though, we're going to be singing along to Genie in a Bottle and Britney Spears on Tierra. I head to the computer room in my house because we used to designate a whole room for that technology. The screeching sounds of a modem are music to my ears. My biggest concern in life is whether someone's going to call the house line while I'm in an AOL chat room pretending to be a lesbian. And for the first time, I'm trying something called Napster, where I'm going to download music by Linkin Park, although little do I know I'm just downloading offline audio porn and computer aids. In about 6 months, my family is going to be furious when they realize that the desktop is infected with STDs, and my mom sits me down and asks me, what is iDeepthroat.com? I'm wearing oversized Nietzsche jeans, Sean John velour, and a pair of Lugs boots because I couldn't afford the Timbs, and my dad wouldn't buy them for me because I'm not a construction worker. My parents are mortified and confused that I think I'm black. Meanwhile, all my Italian Guido friends have frosted tips and a taper haircut, and they all smell like Acqua di Gio and Curve cologne. Every girl has butterfly clips and frosted lip gloss, and the cool ones are wearing thongs, and in a few months, Cisco is going to make that the norm. We're all pretending to understand what Y2K means. Meanwhile, adults are stockpiling like canned beans, and the world's going to explode at midnight on New Year's. After TRL, it's time for AIM. Just kidding, it's called AIM. If you call it AIM, you are a loser. My crush is nowhere to be found on my buddy list, so I put up an away message about Tim Duncan and David Robinson and the Spurs saying, we're about to demolish the Twin Towers, which will age very poorly in a couple years. I decide to grow a pair and call my crush on the house line, but as soon as her father picks up, I just hang up the phone. My sole goal in life at this point is to win a Dodge Viper from McDonald's Monopoly. I've given up on winning the million because I have like 85 Park Place stickers and I can't get a boardwalk. And if it can't win on the next hash brown, I'm going to sell all my Beanie Babies. At this point, I'm convinced that my collection's going to make millions of dollars, even though it's worth like 80 total bucks. The Matrix had just melted my brain. I ran around telling everyone I'm a red pill guy, which will age just as poorly as my 9/11 away message. And in a couple months, I'm going to watch a movie where a high school kid fucks a pie and then illegally live streams a girl masturbating in his bedroom. I'm avoiding my parents because I got in trouble at school for doing a crotch chop and telling some kid in earth science to suck it. And then when they asked me what do I have to say for myself, I said, Austin 316 says I just whipped your ass. And somehow while all this is going on, the New York Knicks are in the NBA Finals. And the entire country is watching Latrell I Will Choke You to Death Sprewell and Larry 4-point play Johnson and Allen Houston, like they're the goddamn Avengers. Patrick Ewing is basically New York City's exhausted stepdad at this point, and every game is being played on a giant tube TV in a huge wooden entertainment center that's like a medieval armoire. And I'm convinced that this playoff success is going to happen forever. From playoff brawls and 4-point plays, now we've made it to the finals. It's inevitable that we're going to win a ring now that Jordan's gone, right? Wrong! Little do I know that Scott Layden and Isaiah Thomas are lurking, and the next time I'll get to taste this is when I'm a 41-year-old man with 2 kids nearly the same age that I was in 1999, playing against the same team who has another superstar big man who's on the verge of starting another dynasty. Life comes at you fast and also painstakingly slow, so enjoy these moments. Cherish them.